Guys, this was the moment Oshiomole raised alarm on how China is aiding banditry and terrorism in Nigeria. Like you can see here, this headline, this Twitter post here says, Nigerian Senator Oshiomole accused China of stealing Nigeria's resources, arming bandits and terrorist groups to protect their illegal mining sites. Now the same China is speaking out against President Trump and America for standing up against the ongoing killing of Christians in Nigeria. But guess what? A congressman has hit back on China. This post here says, China will not dictate our foreign policy. U.S. lawmaker insists on military action on terrorists in Nigeria. And you can also see here, it says genocide. Trump is right to defend Christian. China that just arrested 30 Christian pastors can't dictate U.S. policy. U.S. lawmaker challenges China over remarks on Nigeria. They say China does not even have mouth in this case because they are already against Christians. So there's no way they can come out now and say they are speaking for Christians. Now take a look at these other headlines. And this one here says, how Chinese are funding terrorist groups to gain access to mineral reserves in Nigeria. Now, let's see how Nigerians have reacted to this before we get into the videos I've got for you guys. Like you can see here, this person say, bandits armed, Christians dying, resources stolen, Nigerian politicians still playing blame games like it's tournament. And this other person say, China is part of the insecurity crisis in Nigeria. They profit from illegal mining. An armed group protects those mining fields. Our politicians know this. They allow it. They benefit from it. Now, China wants to speak against the US for calling out Christian killings in Nigeria. The hypocrisy is said. Nigeria didn't fall. It was auction. Now, this other person here said, it's quite ironic that a country with a history of suppressing Christianity and demolishing churches is now expressing support for Nigeria. Even more concerning is that the same Chinese actor funding illegal gold mining in Zamfara are indirectly fueling the banditry crisis in Nigeria. And this person said China knew their mining in Nigeria will be affected. So if you think China to have your best interest at heart, think again. So guys, Nigerians have really been reacting after China came out to say they are supporting Nigeria, that Trump should not dare threaten Nigeria, while the activities in Nigeria is actually fueling the insecurity because they hire these bandits, pay them to protect their mining site, that with those proceeds they go ahead to buy the weapons they use to attack people to invade their community. So guys, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at how Arise TV and other video clips I've got for you guys. Take your time, watch these videos, and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification. Now take a look.
Those involved in this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold, and they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC, and I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening, or what subsequently happened in that part of the country, was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on. Chief of Committee Chairman of Defense Staff, tell the defense I said so. That some retired military officers, army officers are involved in it. The day we can't tell the truth, this country cannot flourish. We can't change our, when it affects our people, we are at our best. We talk strong. Some other people appear to be above the law. That is what is going on with solid mineral. It is not that we don't know where it is. We have a whole survey of where we have what across the length and breadth of Nigeria. We also know, everybody complaining about certain people from certain nationalities. How they got here, even as we are talking now, they are doing those illegal mining. And those guys are getting richer when Nigeria State is getting poorer. But we carry the consequences of banditry, kidnapping, and that which these on illegal armed men, which they equip. Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to Sediti, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country. This is happening. So I agree with you, but my position is that we shouldn't, as senators, be lamenting. As senators, we should fix the problem. We should tell the executive, you must deploy exactly the same force that you deploy against illegal oil bunkering. That same force should be deployed to deal with criminals who are money. When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary, it can be a retired trade unionist or a retired labor leader. Whoever is involved, they should be dealt with. Let Nigeria see that we are not condoning this. We are not lamenting what is going on. You know, when you have a country of people who are above the law because they are supposed to have served the country, they have retired, and now they...
I wanted to ask you, Reverend, you were the president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, and this issue of Christian genocide has been on as a narrative from a lot of the Christians, both here and especially in the United States. Now, the U.S. president has come in a very heavy way. So I wanted to ask you, what is your immediate response to the statements of Mr. Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America?
Well, thank you, moderator. I have a very mixed feeling. Mixed feeling because that was a very sad development for our nation. We shouldn't have allowed that insecurity, the wanton killings of innocent people, to have gone for so long in our nation. What were we waiting for up till now? Are we saying that they have not killed enough for other people to see it as genocide? For the past 16 years, in 2009, we have been battling with Islamic fundamentalists, killing and maiming people. And, you know, when I was president of Christian Association of Nigeria, I was almost on the news every day shouting and crying because of what my eyes were seeing. Innocent people being buried like that, government after government, with hope that this thing will be nipped in the bud to no avail, without any result. So why did we allow ourselves to be found in this place where we have found ourselves? And we cannot call the statement from the American president as a joke, or somebody that is talking like somebody is ignorant and doesn't know what he's doing. You know, it is not here that they just put people in government without doing the background check. So that man knows what he's doing. And there are some people that cannot continue to just sit in hope that their blood said will be stopped. And it will be stopped years after year, and it not stop, and they will not talk. Why did we get ourselves to this place? Why didn't our government nip this matter in the bud before now? This is the very sad development for our nation, because number one, ranking Nigeria among the nations that of particular concern in terms of religious freedom is a bad label. It's not good for us because of its implications. Certain aid may not come, certain military assistance may not come again, and this is a country that is not manufacturing major military hardwares. We depend on other nations, especially on United States of America. Why did we put ourselves in this place? To the extent that the man tagged Nigeria a disgraced country. Is that a good label? And the burden of responsibility is on our leadership. And we have also been crying and saying that if centralizing the security is not producing results, let's decentralize it. Why can't the government act, very quickly, promptly to address this matter? Innocent souls. There are some people that cannot cope. Just sit down and be looking at innocent life being wasted. as it is being done in Nigeria. And be patient. Government is working. But when shall we see this thing nipped in the bud? No matter what anybody is reading in today's situation that we have find ourselves with America, we caused it. If we stop the bloodshed today, America will not say what they are saying. Let's stop the bloodshed. What is hindering us? If you say it is not religious and the classification is wrong, is it good for the bloodshed to continue on economic basis or political grounds? Why can't we nip the killing in the bud? The souls of the people that died, really, they are so smarter. And this is what we are saying. With this labeling now, this country who will come and invest in a nation that is now going to be flexing muscle with America. It's like our country is not stable. And we know that. How many of us can travel a long distance from his house on road and we not fear we will not have the fear of vanishing, being kidnapped, being taken away, every ransom being paid? We are paid it because we had no alternative. Otherwise, just waiting on government promising that they will come, they will just snub life out of that person. We have lost people thinking that security people will intervene. We have lost people. And we cannot continue to be running the nation like this. It is the responsibility of government to provide security for people. And with this, we have not got. Most of these people in government also, how many of them travel on road by now? They fly. How many of us can afford flying all the time as they are flying? If they are not also using the government money, will they be able to afford flying as they are flying? Let's make our roads safe. The wretched of the earth, they are the people being kidnapped on the road.
Mm. Okay.
We must put an end to this madness.
Clearly. In
the name of God, some people will just write us up and be killing people. With God. Which demonic God is that?
Mm.
That we tell them to be killing others.
Okay.
I am just sad when people say it's not genocide. What level will the killing reach before you know it's genocide? What level? What level?
Yeah. Okay, Reverend. Quite a few issues to break down. So, President Donald Trump, in a gap of 48 hours, made two very significant statements on this matter. The first one was the one where he designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern. And then, I think about 24 hours later, he even said that he had given instructions to the Department of War, which used to be the Department of Defense in the USA, to look at the option of actually coming to Nigeria to wipe out the terrorists, guns blazing, like he said. What do you think about that? Do you want the Americans to come and do what the president said he has asked his Department of War to consider? That is coming to Nigeria to take care of the situation. What's your response to that, Reverend?
No Nigerian wants that. And it is a shame to us. If others will be so concerned that killing is going on every day, are we going to say that killings are not going on? And they are expanding their territory. More terror groups are developing. From the north now, they have almost taken over the entire country. They are in Kwara now, they are in Ondo State, even in Osun State. What remains of the country now? Don't we have government? Is that the way we will be sitting and blood will be wasted on human grants, moral grants? Some nations can no longer be waiting on our government to be promising without delivering that they will bring an end to this matter. Let the president of Nigeria please reach out to Donald Trump, reassure him, and if there is any help that the government needs from the American government, let them request for it. They should not wait and allow the American government to bring their troops here. Once they come here, it may be difficult for us to tell them to go. So we don't want another imperialism. Let our government not chipping out the threat or wave it off. If we cannot wave off the Boko Haram, the Iswa, the Lakurawa, and the bandits, if we can wave their threats off and their trouble so much, can we wave off the threat of America to bring the troop down? By the way, will you know the time when the troop arrives and when they go? With their own technology. Don't play them, don't dare them. Let the government, our government, reach out to the American government. Let them talk out to act, and let our government request for any help, assistance they need. What Nigerian wants is that, what the Nigerians want is that this bloodshed is brought to an end. It's not the issue of whether it's genocide or no genocide. We know that it's genocide to us because it is the Muslims killing us, Muslim fundamentalists, and we don't deserve that. What are they killing us for? What?
Okay.
They said it initially, as I said in my interview about a week or two ago, that if they have not come out initially with the agenda that they want to replace Western system of government with Islamic, the Sharia in Nigeria. And if they haven't given threat to the Christians in the north to vacate the north, if they haven't said that anything on Islamic and anything that, is Muslim critic, they are going to wipe away. If they have not said that, nobody will say that killing of Christians is a genocide. But that was the background they were coming from. And they have not come out to say any other thing. As I told you the other time, the split between, of Boko Haram into two was because when Muhammad Yusuf died and Abubakar Shekau took over, he was killing both the Christians and the Muslims. And Boko Haram split into two. Some said, no, the agenda is to kill Christians, not to kill Muslims. So Israel came out, and they were killing Christians alone. But Shekau and his men continue killing both. So even with that, the original intention is to wipe away Christianity because they see Christianity as an ally of Westernization or Western structure. They wanted to wipe away government because it was Western education, wipe away the church, wipe away the Christians. Are we infants? Didn't we hear ourselves? So that was the basis, and that is still the basis by which we are saying that killing of Christians is a genocide. Okay. Because it was deliberate, it was intended from the beginning. And they have not changed the idea. Okay. The killing of Muslims is an unintended consequence. Though it is very bad, it's unexpected. Muslims killing Muslims, economic interest has also entered it, we know. Political interest has entered it, we know. But who is to address all these things? Is it not the government? Is it not the government? In Yoruba adage, the Yoruba people say, Akuku joye, osejenu mi okadulo. If you are not in charge, it is better for you to be in charge and not be in charge. These people must be wiped away. Enough is enough. After how many years of waiting in hope, many people have died innocently. And investors cannot come here with that type of development. We are beginning to see signs that things are changing with the economic policies of the government. But if this insecurity of Mr. President, but if this insecurity continues like this and it keeps expanding without us being drastic about it, I don't think we can blame America for waiting for good 60 years for the government to do the needful without doing the needful. Will they wait until they are finished and they are killed everybody? So America is not our problem. We are the problem of ourselves. And our government to rise up to this challenge is a wake-up call to the government to do the needful.
Okay, thank you. I still have 2 or 3 more questions, to dig deeper further on this matter. For instance, one of it is the question of people say that, look, this was how the Americans started when they were going to go to Iraq. And they got there, messed the whole thing up, and the situation even became worse. People have also argued that, this might be a move to control some of the, resources that Nigeria has, which the Americans have quite a very significant need of. For instance, some of our solid minerals, lithium and all of that, that their attempt is to cause a little bit of trouble, more trouble, and get their hands on the ground so that they can control the resources. I want you to respond to that kind of a speculative argument, Reverend.
People think they just speak like infants without logic at times. That statement is illogical. Did America just go to Iran? Iran or Iran?
Iraq,
whatever you call the city. The nation. Iran gave them opportunity to come in because of their irrational acts, irrational behavior. Attacking others, joining other nations to provoke trouble in another country. And also here, are they not causing trouble? The one Islamic faction that is causing trouble in Nigeria, with which government has problem, is it not linked with Iran? Iran gave the opportunity for America to come in. Why didn't America go to any other Arab nation and do that? If you have created the loophole, don't blame another person. If massive killing has not been going on for the past 16 years in Nigeria, unstopping, will America have opportunity of saying they want to come in? Is America accusing us or about to take action on what is not happening in Nigeria? Did they cause the attack of the Islamic militants? They didn't. So that, to me, that I've read that in the newspaper, is totally unreasonable. If you have done logic in the school, in the university, you know that it's not logical. Is America talking out of nothing? Did we not give America the opportunity or a loophole to explore? What we are saying now is that we can close all the loophole. Don't let us allow that to be there again. Let those in charge act promptly and quickly. The killing that you think is local, with the statement of the American president, it means that it has gone international. And the body of responsibility is now on our government because the whole eyes are watching them. Is there going to be, and I know this government did not cause it. And let me also say, without being political, you know me, the way I talk.
Yes.
This government didn't cause it. This government is not partial about treatment of Christians and Muslims. They have been trying as much as humanly possible to have a balance. But for how long will the terrorists continue to expand and be killing people? The souls of the people they are killing matter a lot. And governments should wake up, do the needful. If they need help from outside, don't let them request for it. We should not allow the foreign nations to force their way into our country. If we fire them, we find mercenaries to come and help us, there will be an agreement we sign with them on when they will come and when they will leave. Is for what Nigerians want is that put an end to this matter. If you don't put an end to this matter, it will further divide this nation. Not only along religious lines, it may also divide us along ethnic lines and also hamper our economic development. All the efforts of government may be in vain. If the nation is insecure, if American government is saying a nation is insecure, which foreign investor will be able to come here and say the nation is secure? And don't we know that we have American embassy here? They are monitoring everything. They are not lazy people. They are hardworking. They are monitoring everything. They are giving report.
Okay.
Let our government, in humility, reach out to the government of America. Making peace is less costly than allying war.
All right.
I am warning you.
Thank you, Reverend. One or two more questions. I want you to address the issue of what people call the divisive rhetoric by the fact that if we say it's only Christians that are being killed, that itself is insensitive to Christians. There are even claims that there are more Christians that are killed in particular instances when we look at the whole country, the level of despicable killings all over the country. So how do you think that we can push this argument without making it to be divisive of Christians there and Muslims there? What's your take on that, Reverend?
Trump was saying that the killing of any person, whether Christian or Muslim, continuous killing is too bad. But if no other person is responding, he is saying that when you compare the figures of people killed, especially Christians killed, in certain countries where there is no freedom of religion and Christianity is so hated, if you compare the casualties that we have from the side of Christians, that of Nigeria takes almost 3/4 of all the killings. So how do you want them to rank that? Is that not genocide? And I'll ask you the question, if you say it's not Christian genocide, what is it? And when will it become a genocide? You think that it is a genocide when it is only Christians alone that are being killed? No. If the Muslims also know that it's a Muslim genocide, let them speak out that it is a Muslim genocide also. That does not justify that the killings will continue. Both Christians and Muslims should not be fighting either because the Christians speak out and America speak out for the Christians that there is a Christian genocide, and then Christians want to divide the nation. Can we say because we don't want the nation to be divided, we will wait until every one of us is killed? Especially when it is the Islamic fundamentalists that are killing us, crossing their own religion to our own to be killing us. Has anybody crossed from our religion to be killing them? That is why you cannot rank it the same way. We are very sorry, we are very sad rather. We are very, very sad that we are trivializing killing. So we be arguing whether it's genocide or not, or that the killing should be stopped. What I was expecting is that anybody that will speak along this line will say that it is unfortunate that there is Christian genocide, there is Muslim genocide at all, but our government will challenge you, put an end to both. Not that you will be accusing the Christian leaders that are saying, yes, it is true, it's genocide. They have killed a lot. And we don't know the number of people they are still intending to kill. And somebody will be accusing me of not speaking well, dividing the nation. Am I the one that set the people up to be killing people? Or will I not talk when they are killing my people every day, non-stop? Is God glad with this nation for the innocent blood that is being shed every day? Anybody with conscience, will you be arguing on whether they are genocide or not genocide? You are talking of the nation being divided. Is the nation not divided already? The nation is not only being divided. The nation is being devastated. The citizens are being gradually wiped away. And we must speak out against that. We must speak out against that. Which of us, from the Christian and the Muslim side, does not have both members of religion in his or her family? We all have them. We are not fighting. It's because no member of our family has joined the people that will be killing their fellow brothers and sisters in other religion. But some people have started from the north, and they are taking over the south as well. If we have people that from outside who want to help us, will you be labeling them? If help had come for us within, will there be need for us to be supporting any outside voice? Let the government do the needful. Whoever wants to help us, is good enough.
Okay.
Whoever wants to help us. The government has not helped us, and the government must help us. The day you put an end to the growing insecurity, that is the day we know that you are opposed to this matter. And mind you, you know that most of the people, some of the people in government, one governor has said already, some of the people in government are the ones fueling this matter. So they should call themselves, and they know themselves. Let them address this matter squarely and make our government stable to be able to face the problems on ground. The government, the president presently is tackling so many problems of Nigeria from different angles. Enemies are many, but it must be bold enough to address this issue of wanting killing of people. Enough is enough. 16 years is enough to wait in hope.
Right. Thank you so much, Your Eminence, for your very forthright and very courageous point. I will ask you one last question, coming from a comment. I have noticed that we have at least 2 leaders who have spoken to the issue of genocide in their communities or states. For instance, the governor of Plateau State, Caleb Mutfwang, had said that there is genocide in his state. It didn't say, Christian genocide, although majority of the people in the state are Christians. Also, the third chief, who is the head of the Traditional Rulers Council in Benue State, in the presence of the president, said that there is genocide in Benue State, but he also did not use the word Christian. Now, this is my question. When the president was responding to Mr. Donald Trump, he did say that what we have is a problem of insecurity. So I wanted to ask you, why is it that governments don't think that the sentiments of Christians and the Muslims who are being killed, why are they pushing back on that instead of actually saying that, look, help us to solve this problem? Last question, sir.
I think they are pushing back is the reason that they have not been able to nip this matter in the bud. If they have seen this killing as very serious, as genocidal, I think they will have been more drastic about addressing it. But if they will continue to be explaining it away like this, I'm afraid if they will see the killings as being too much to endure for something drastic to be done. Do you need to be arguing whether it's genocidal or not? See many churches leveled, many mosques leveled, many houses leveled, many communities devastated, farmers driven away from farms. All these things our government they are aware of. Why should they be arguing with Christians that there is a genocide of them? The killing of the Christians, are they unaware of it? Or they are behaving as if it didn't matter to them? If they will be, and this is why we may not be able to trust them. If they will be there with treating this monumental killing as if it has not reached the level of genocide, then I am disappointed in them. I'm disappointed. This government, I think what they needed to say that we didn't call this matter. We made the situation on ground, but we want to as well the American government with their cooperation. We will nip this matter in the bud. The government is working very hard. Not that they will be looking for somebody to accuse. What do you still want to accuse in us? When you have already, injured us so much. Many of our relatives just died like that. They are just worshiping the law. One mad person is carrying gun about. The government agencies are not able to dictate that before it will get to me or get to us where we are worshiping and snub out the life of many people. And we are saying we are crying. We should not cry. We should be laughing. Is it a laughing matter? Should we be laughing at that? I'm asking the question, I'm asking the government, when will it reach the level of genocide? When? How many people among us will be killed before we know it's genocide? When will it reach that level?
You cannot ignore the fact that there is Nigerian government complicity with these attacks. You saw some of our journalists in the documentary. We wanted to be an organization that tells the truth about what's happening in Nigeria, hence truthnigeria.com. I want to just kind of let everybody know and help you understand how Nigerian news works. If a Nigerian government official does not call for a news conference, the event did not exist. So in order for the narrative to get to the mainstream media, get picked up by Al Jazeera, get picked up by CNN, everything else, it comes from a Nigerian government source. From the very beginning, they determine the narrative. The reporters regurgitate the government narrative. We decided to be a voice and try to help change that paradigm and created Truth Nigeria to document what is actually happening. How many of you guys know that there were 10 Christians killed in Kaduna just the other day? How many of you know that there were 30 Christians killed in Plateau just a week ago? How many of you know that besides the 280 Christians that were killed in Yellowwater on June 13th, we are now about over 500 Christians that have been killed total since Yellowwater? No one knows. The media is not reporting it. Well, that's why we formed Truth Nigeria, to talk about what is going on. But also, what we pointed out in the documentary that I'd like everybody to realize is that Truth Nigeria had information that the attack on Yellowwater was going to occur 3 weeks before the attack happened. Now, when we get a terror alert and we find information, we know attacks are going to occur, our method is we issue a terror alert on our website, truthnigeria.com, but we also immediately call the local authorities. We notify the Nigerian military, the DSS, the Nigerian government, to let them know this is what we found out, this is our intelligence. Now,
security consultant in the country is giving perspectives on the implication of Donald Trump's message to Nigeria and the killings in the country. The question I asked earlier before we went on that break, that statement, should he be scaring the terrorists and those criminals, or why should anybody be afraid when Donald Trump said he's coming to flush out those who are killing Nigerians?
Well, for the terrorists, it should be scary to them. But as a nation, it should not be scary to us. We should not be talking from point of weakness, but from point of strength. And that's why I say if we should also be mindful of what we are saying in terms of discussion, like analysts, prominent figures, what they say. People say U.S. cannot do anything. Others will say Nigeria will withstand them. Both governments, I believe, are also monitoring what is going on to inform their decisions, the next line of action. So I think we should be also cautious when we discuss, especially very prominent people. And I think it's high time to the government looks at the two religious bodies, the Islamic, this committee head by Sultan of Sokoto and
the Peace Committee.
The Peace Committee and Archbishop Onaeko and all the rest of them. For both of them the body should come and issue a statement that we are not actually witnessing a religious war, not targeted at Christians, even though Christians are being killed, mainly, especially in the Plateau and Benue axis. But it should not be seen as a religious war, because we talk of genocide, it's not a state policy. The government is trying to do everything within its power to control
What do you think that this government really need to sit up in terms of the manner and the approach in tackling insecurity?
They need to get everybody involved, especially now that we're talking of the two major crises we have. We have insecurity, but the two major crises we have now is religious and political. We must face them squarely. The government should be deliberate in formulating policies and discussing this matter. The politicians should be also cautioned on their conduct, because most of their conduct are also generating this crisis. And in terms of the religious crisis, all parties must come together to ensure that there's peace in this country. Just to round up, Nigeria has survived a civil war. We cannot afford to survive another religious war.
Just let me take you on a tactical and an operational analysis. Let's take it and say, let's assume that Donald Trump actually wants to help, and he really wants to fight, help fight the terrorists. Procedurally, tactically speaking, operation-wise, how do you think a government of another country, or how do you think what do you think would be the approach of the American military? Is it going to be boots on the ground, or is it going to be remote offensive?
You see, for me, as a professional, I believe that this thing should come through collaboration at top level.
No, I'm saying that and I'm trying to prepare our minds for the worst case scenario. Let's not see it as though, let's take away the narrative of whether or not this is of bad intention. Let's assume, okay, this man yet behaves like a bully, but he has good intention. And whatever action is going to help us take out these terrorists. Operation-wise and tactically speaking, is it going to be an operation that will be remotely controlled from the United States via any kind of remote weaponry, or how do you think it will go?
Well, it's possible. If you remember that about a few years ago, when an American citizen was kidnapped in Niger and brought to, I think, Sokoto or Niger, that they came here, but in collaboration with our security forces to free the hostage. So I believe that we must sit down at a round table, discuss this issue. If he actually wants to help Nigeria to fight, we'll be collaborating. You remember that President Goodluck Jonathan then was also got some of these foreigners, mercenaries, like we call them, from South Africa and all these things, to fight them. So we need the assistance of everybody, especially the international community, foreign powers, to assist us. But the way we are going, like you said, Trump does whatever he tells you he wants to do.
Because the reason why I'm asking, I know that America has about 11,000 or so satellites. They have over 200 military satellites. These satellites can sometimes be able to picture and drive down and see things as clearly as the color of your clothes, the complexion, and be able to, with precision, and they have precision weaponry to be able to take out any, to take an offensive from the United States, sitting in the in the Situation Room right there in Washington, D.C. And I'm saying that, can there be that kind of operation where we'll just be hearing bomb on the terrorists without any, or would there be a soldier, American soldiers on the ground if Trump were to deploy the Department of War?
The only thing he can deploy is technology. He can't bring in his soldiers and the military to Nigerian soil. Nigeria is a sovereign state. Don't also forget.
Can he use the bases around? There's no U.S. base in Nigeria, but there are U.S. bases in some part of countries around us.
They can use any of their bases. But you see, they should also be careful. You remember the case between Ukraine and Russia. Russia thought it was going to be a walkover, maybe a few days, and it has lasted years.
Let's end this session with some of the reactions on the social media after Adamu Garba came out to say that there's genocide in Nigeria. So, guys, a good lot is happening. Tinubu must be put to shame in this one. If a northerner, an APC chieftain, has come out to say what is happening amounts to genocide, then what is the government then doing? This is somebody that is said to have even supported Boko Haram before now, but you can see that he is among those calling what is happening in Nigeria genocide. In case you don't even understand what is happening, go and check out images and videos from the attack that the Fulanis attacked Benue just yesterday. Go and check the images. You won't sleep for the next 1 week citing those images. They are terrifying. Now, let's see how Nigerians are reacting after, Garba Shehu. Adamu Shehu came out to say that this is genocide. And this time say, like, I'm still in shock. Who would have known a time will come when Adamu Garba will make sense? It's a good omen. Hey, it's a good omen. No, it shocked me. This person say it shocked me. This person say, is this video from a different realm? Hey, and almost I never imagined one day I will agree him completely. I will agree with him completely. And this other person here said, if only you can bold, if only you can bold like this young man to speak the truth. If only you have allowed your selfish interests cloud you. I don't know what this person is saying. I think he's trying to applaud the other guy. This person say, was his brain hacked? Adamu Garba is playing smart. He knows a list will surface soon. Okay, so doing this best to stay off the radar. Oh my God, Nigerians say. Oh, Adamu Shehu, you know that he is said to have said that, that Boko Haram is their fighters, freedom fighters. Now, Adamu Shehu is now behaving smart. This person said Adamu Shehu is behaving very, very smart so that his name will be off the radar. Let me read it again. It says, Adamu Garba is playing smart. He knows a list will soon suffice soon. That's surface soon. So, doing his best to stay off the radar. However, if you look at his antecedents, you will know he is a Fulani Islamic bigot. He knows what he's doing. Do not be deceived. Whatever change you see today is temporary. Oh my goodness. Make nobody tell me, say, this thing I just watched, be AI. He is but remembered what their Quran says. They can lie to deceive you, get your attention to their side and buy you when you lose your gun. US now your mate. If they extend the watch list beyond selective politician, he is definitely going to be there, considering what he has said before, his position of Boko Haram bandits issue. So I see this as damage control instead vanishing his voice like AA, who had not said shit since. Hey God, though. This person say, better don't fall for their PR. Step 1, side with them. Step 2, agree with their pain. Make them believe you are with them. Number 3, identify the voice of the other side. Number 4, take them out. Take them all out. Number 5, killing spree continue. Number 6, this dude is a terrorist sympathizer. Nigerians. Politicians are funny. When they are eating with the government, they defend everything. The moment they are no longer benefiting, they suddenly stand with the people. He didn't talk like this under Buhari, and he wouldn't now if he was in the inner cycle. Same old tactics. Same old tactics, honestly. Same old tactics. This person say his receipts are all over the place. Trump doesn't play. The dude is saving his head as best he could. And then this person say, why are you people this gullible? How can you ever think that Adamu is sensible? You refuse to see through their game. Reason South is always behind in politics. Even when they speak the truth, never trust their motives. Adamu Garba and sensible don't belong in the same sentence. He is looking for off ramp to avoid Donald Trump's wahala. And this person, because he was sidelined by Tinubu after carrying all the heavy fire for him throughout 2023 campaign. Adamu Garba has been restless ever since. And this person has said, don't tell me the vile Adamu Garba we saw during the election was doing all this for his political ambition. If this was the Garba we saw instead, maybe things would have been different. I am not shocked. I sincerely had high hopes for him and followed him keenly till they fully integrated into APC. Then he became anti-people and against the truth. I still don't trust him. He is looking to benefit something by speaking this way. I can bet. So guys, a whole lot of Nigerians reacting. Adamu Garba applied every form of stupidity to impress Tinubu, but the Lagos boys ignored him, and that's when his brain reset automatically. Another person that will get fired soon, being ignored by Tinubu boys, is Bashir Ahmad. This person in Nigeria, we all know what we are doing. I think he has been kept aside by Tinubu. He's trying to get their attention. This won't last. You can make this down. You can mark this down. And they want Peter Obi to tell the world that there is no genocide going on in Nigeria. The Yoruba APC should have some shame. Tinubu won't be president forever. Call a spade, honestly. And this person said they are all sensible when they are not observing good table manner. So, so guys, many people have been reacting that this guy, Garba Shehu, who is like, let me say, a very strong APC member and a Fulani man, he has come out to say what is happening in Nigeria is total genocide. Oh my God, I know that Tinubu will not like this, considering the fact that he's a member of their party, coming out to say there's genocide in Nigeria, being a northerner. And this is somebody that is said to have sympathized with Boko Haram. So a whole lot. We are going to be watching all this to see how it's going to play out in the country. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the bell notification. Thank you.